Next part, ray propagation in the fibers. In the first point is angle of acceptance. Here angle of acceptance is denoted as theta naught. It is defined as it is the maximum angle which can be sent into the optical fiber such that it suffers total internal reflection and it reaches other end of the fibers. The maximum angle which can be sent to the optical fibers such that suffers to total internal reflection and reaches to another optical fibers. In that second point is numerical aperture. Here numerical aperture is defined as it is the light gathering capacity of an optical fibers and it is given by n of into a is equal to sin theta naught, where the light gathering capacity of an optical fibers where light is gathered, that is known as the numerical aperture, that is n of a is equal to sin theta naught. Then expression for a numerical aperture. Let us consider this special case of a ray which suffers critical incidence at the core cladding interference. When the ray is to begin with travels AO entering into the core. This is a core entering into the core at the angle theta naught to the fiber axis. Then it is reflected along OB at the angle theta 1 in the core and further proceed to fall on at the critical angle of incidence, that is a 90 minus theta 1 at the B. Here at the B point on the interference between core and cladding. Since we are considering the incident as critical angle of the incidence, the ray is reflected at 90 degree to the normal drawn to the surface along the B and C. It is clear from the figure that a ray that enters into core and angle of incident is less than theta naught will have a reflective angle less than theta 1, because at which its angle of incident, that is a theta minus 90 minus theta 1 at the interference then will becomes greater than the critical angle of incident. Hence it is undergoes the total internal reflection. On other hand, any ray is that enters at the angle of incident is greater than theta naught at O will have to be incident at the interference at the angle less than the critical angle. Now if OA is rotate the fiber axis keeping theta naught same, then it is describe the conical surface. We consider therefore say that if a beam converges at a wide angle to the core, then those rays which are funneled into the fiber within this cone will only be total internally reflected and thus confined within for propagation. The rest of rays emerges from the side of the fibers. Here the rest of the rays are the emerges from side of the fibers. Here theta naught is called as the waveguide of the acceptance angle. That theta naught is called as the waveguide of the acceptance angle. Then cone half angle. Then theta naught is called as the numerical aperture, that is a n of a. The numerical aperture represented the light gathering capacity. Just I told. The numerical aperture is defined as the light gathering capability of the fibers. Then the conditions of the optical fiber. This is just all the explanation about the numerical aperture and description of the numerical aperture. Then here, let N1, N2 and N3 are the refractive indices of the medium, the co-cladding respectively. By using Snell's law, point enter, so we get N0 sin theta naught is equal to N1 sin theta 1. Here theta naught, that is the theta naught is equal to N1 divided by N0 sin theta 1. When rearranging these terms, we get equation 1, that is a theta sin theta naught is equal to N1 divided by N0 into sin theta 1. That is equation number 1. By Snell's law at the point B, we obtain N1 sin theta C is equal to N2 sin 90 degree. At the point, the angle of the incidence in that 90 minus theta 1. By applying the Snell's law, we have N1 sin theta C is equal to N2 sin 90 degree. Here just put the angle of critical angle, that is 90 minus theta 1. N1 sin 90 minus theta 1 is equal to N2 sin 90 degree. N1 cos theta 1. Here sin 90 minus theta 1. We get the N1 cos theta 1 is equal to N2 sin 90, that is the here sin 90 degree 1, and sin 90 minus theta 1, that is a cos theta 1. Cos theta 1, when rearranging this term, we get cos theta 1 is equal to N2 divided by N1, that is equation number 2. When from the equation 1, we get sin theta naught is equal to the equation 1 here, that is sin theta naught is equal to N1 divided by N0. Here N1 divided by N0 as it is. Then sin theta 1, that sin theta 1 value is, mathematically we know that sin theta 1 value is square root of 1 cos square theta 1. Put this value here. Then sin theta naught is equal to N1 divided by N0 root of 1 divided by N1 sin theta 1 value, that is N2 divided by N1. Put here and get the square. N2 divided by N1 square and that whole square root. Then we get sin theta naught is equal to N square root of N2 square minus N1 square minus N2 square divided by N0. Substituting in that value, we get the square root of N1 square. Cos theta 1, from the equation, substitute the cos theta 1. From the equation 2, we have N1 square minus N2 square whole square root divided by N0. Then if the medium surrounding the fibers in air, then N0 is equal to 0. So that sin theta naught is equal to, here value is come N1 square minus N2 square divided by N0. From the definition of numerical aperture, Na is equal to sin theta naught. In that, N of A is equal to sin theta naught. 1 by N0 take outside. Then write down remaining term as it is, N1 square minus N2 square. If the fibers is an air, so that N0 is equal to 1. Then just put the value of N0 is 1. Then we get N of N into A, that is a numerical aperture, is equal to N1 square minus N2 square. Light is transmitted throughout the fibers, then we get here means if theta I is the angle of incident of an incident ray, then they ray will be able to propagate. So that theta I is less than theta naught. Theta sin theta I is less than sin theta naught. Sin theta I is less than n of a. This is the condition of propagation.